Hello, everyone.
Yes.
It's good to see you all. We just went live, Torrin, so I know you just hopped on as well. But yeah, welcome to the Engineer Wannabe YouTube channel. I'm Sanjay. To the right side of me is Keith. I think that's the right side. Um, but yeah, and below me is Torrin. Hi, Torrin. Hi, Keith. Good to see
Good
you
evening.
guys.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Good, good. Apologies, my voice just decided to leave me like an hour ago. So I'm not sure why. Maybe it was because of all the screaming. I don't know.
What-
Rough day.
um, no,
yeah,
no. Um, we were at one of the busier malls in the area, so we went to Vaughan Mills,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah, that's busy.
yeah, it was loud, and there was a lot of people. And so I was like, when communicating with the kids, I was belting orders out. I don't know. So, hey, you get over here. Anyway, Keith, how's it going? How's your weekend so far?
freezing cold. I hate it, but that's okay.
Yeah,
Today was a very low key day, so I just didn't
yeah,
do anything really.
yeah. Glad you decided to join in. What's on your wrist?
On my wrist is the Seiko SPB 313
Yeah,
Oh
on
sweet.
a newish Uncle Seiko strap,
yeah. Look at that. That
rubber
looks
strap. It's
amazing.
nice. It fits the watch really well, and it's the short version, so I'm right in the middle of all the holes, which never happens. Usually
Oh,
it's like you hope there's one or two left for the wrist. So it works really well with the watch. It fits
yeah,
really nicely. I wish the green wasn't as drab as it is. If I'm going to be really picky, but it's great.
yeah.
So
So,
just
would you prefer like a deeper green or a lighter green, or?
yeah, like my NATO was just a little more vibrant green,
Okay.
for lack of a better word. It was still
Yeah.
like subdued, but yeah, this is pretty drab, but that's okay. It still works well with the watch, and
Yeah. Sounds good.
it fits it. So I like it better than the NATO. So this
Oh
is
yeah.
what it's going to stay on.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks so much better. I mean, not
Yeah.
that it looked bad on NATO, but
hmm
it looks incredible. Torrin, how's your weekend?
Not too bad. I got my winter tires on today, so
Oh, nice.
yep.
What at the dealership, or do you have a guy, or?
I have a guy.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
they're
good.
very reasonable for basic maintenance. So
Yeah, good to hear. Were you uh, just randomly decided today, or was it just because it's snowing right now, or?
it's. I mean, I called at the beginning of the week, so
Okay.
I like to do it now before like usually in December it gets pretty busy for people wanting tires, winter
Yeah.
tires put on.
It's the first time I'm at a dealership as a detailer, so I get to see the absolute madness that goes on in there when it's tire season. This is the first time. It's fascinating because I
Yeah.
mean I don't have to do any of it. You do get the extra details because people want their car detailed after their tires done. Um,
Right.
but it's chaos. There's tires everywhere. There's tires in detailing bays, and oh yeah, it's crazy. What's on your wrist, sir?
Well, similar to Keith, I'm wearing a Seiko diver. This is my
Yeah.
SBGX
Mhm.
117.
Yeah.
Not sure if Kevin's in the chat, but he still wants to steal this watch from me. So
Yeah. It looks great. Oh man,
thanks. Yeah, it wears
beautiful watch.
so well on the
Yeah.
bracelet.
And it's lighter too, right? And
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, looks great. Let's say hi to everyone in the chat here. We got Rick. Let's talk watches. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Paul's here. Good to see you. Easy Clayton's here. We got Wayben. How's it going? Wilson is here. Um, Rick saying, "I wonder if we'll talk Grand Seiko tonight." Oh, I can bet. I guess that's the joke, but what we're gonna talk GS tonight. um, the new one announced yesterday was pretty cool. It's GS9 USA only, though, right? Uh, Unfortunate.
Now that
Um, Kevin S is here. Good to see you. Rick is wearing his VC Overseas dual time tonight, just like
Sweet.
last week, I think. I think you were wearing that last week. Marcus F, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Um, Dennis, how are you? Good to see you. Um, let's see. Hey, Walter's here. We'll be talking a little bit about you tonight. Hope that's okay, Walter. Neff, how's it going? I think I said hi to Neff, actually. Oh, maybe not. Hi, Neff. Hi, Jeff. Good to see you. Hope you are well. Wilson saying my voice sounds fine. Sounds good. Um, Joe's screaming ideas at the mall today. You give me 30% off. Dib, how's it going? Um, Keith, they call it olive drab for a reason, says Kevin.
Yeah, it is called olive drab, so they nailed the color.
Yes.
And it's probably a better overall everyday color.
Yeah.
So it works.
Yeah. Pale Horse, how's it going? We got Ken Noble. Oh, I got to see him today. It was really great. Really great meeting you, Ken. It was too short. But I'm looking forward to saying hi to you properly one of these days. Scott, how are you? He's wearing the Pelagos 39. Very nice.
Cool.
Wilson is wearing the Wolfson. SBGY 009. Oh, Wolfixon. Okay, great.
Yeah, they're trying with the wolf accent. It doesn't work.
Yeah. They vetoed Marcus's opinion, I guess. Kevin's wearing the GMT Pepsi Tudor. Oris Diver 65 on Marcus's wrist, Marcus F's wrist. Let us know what you're wearing, guys, if you haven't already. Nilo, good to see you. Always good to see you, sir. Wearing the Zen 857. Walter's wearing the SMP 300 ceramic wave dial. Cool. Hey, Bruno, good to see you. Douglas Wilbrook Grand Prix World Timer. Cool. Hey, Bill K, how are you? Mez9's here. Hey, Deech is wearing the Captain Willard. Green. Dennis is wearing Zin 104. Hey, Steve. Good to see you, Steve. Hope you're doing well and having a good weekend. All right. Mez9's wearing the Hamilton Navy Pioneer. Cool. Great choice. So I was gonna kind of talk about a really cool thing that happened, and it's been like 6 months in the making. So Walter, people just like to send me watches, I guess, but I don't deserve them, seriously, guys. But Walter sent me this really cool watch way back in July. It's a Ulysse Nardin 33 mil. 33 mil. I don't quite know from what era. I think this is the 70s, 50s, maybe even. It's got like that Timex Marlin. Let me go full screen. Timex Marlin style font. I'm sorry if that is a terrible description, but Timex Marlin is what comes to mind when I see those. But beautiful watch. It is in such good shape, and it's
Yeah,
such a
really.
generous gift from Walter. There was one issue with it was that the automatic winding rotor was not working properly, so it was missing a part. His watchmaker had told him that he wasn't able to get the part. I thought, hey, I'll take it to my watchmaker, my AD. Basically, they have a really excellent watchmaker who's an old school watchmaker, and they said they could get the parts. My friend who's a sales guy, John, he has some connections too, and I think he played a role in contacting Ulysse Nardin and picking up the part that was needed. I don't know if the rotor was missing. I actually neglected to open this up and take a look before giving it to them because I gave it right away. I immediately I'm a sentimental sap, so I immediately knew this watch is going to mean a lot to me because Walter sent it to me. Anything anyone sends to me is instantly valuable to me, because I value you guys. But um, so it was pricey, and the AD did a full overhaul on it, but I was happy to pay the price, and yeah, so I got it back today. I gave it in on July 11th. It
Oh
took
wow.
5 months, 5.5 months, to get the watch, for them to get the part and do the work that was needed. I'm really really happy that it's back. But yeah, the first time I've ever done a service on anything. This is super new to me. I had so many questions. I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to ask, what I'm supposed to do, and part of that resulted in me not taking the paperwork with me. So when I got the watch back, I when I went to the AD, picked up the watch and came back. Um, I just completely left the paperwork behind. So I don't know what they did, what kind of overhaul it was, what parts they changed. I was like, "Oh, I want to know these things, and I want to keep the paperwork together."
Well,
Um,
I'm sure John can catch you up the next time you're there.
yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
He just went on vacation, so I'm not
Oh,
gonna hear from him for a while. But yeah, I hope they have a copy if that paper is lost, and I'm able to hear more about it because I'm super interested, and Walter's interested too because yeah, I mean, it was a bit of an adventure. I mean, it's really boring adventure to most people, but to watch guys,
The watch
this
looks great.
yeah,
Talk about the
yeah.
condition, yeah.
yeah, it's incredible. I think he did polish it up a bit, which I'm glad he did.
Hmm.
And
Um,
is the strap like okay for you? Like, is it long enough? And
oh yeah, yeah, the
yeah,
strap is
okay.
too long actually.
Oh, is it?
Um, I have a strap ready to go, and hey, it's 18 millimeters.
There you go.
My 18 millimeters are gonna get used. Oh, I'm so happy. So I have straps lined up for it, um, and yeah, that was my first experience with the service, and it went well. um, I don't know. That was a little quick short story
Well,
about how amazing the watch community is.
yeah, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that someone is that generous. I I'm very thankful, and it means a lot to me. Like, I mean, there are other Amin sent me a Grand Seiko buckle, and I put it on my favorite watch strap. So I'm super thankful for that. Stuff I will never forget. Steve sent me a Cassiope. Mr. Cassiope sent me a Cassiope. He wanted me to swap it out, swap the hands out with the white one, and play a little bit with it. And that watch means a lot to me. I actually gave it away to someone who needed it. Someone needed a watch pretty badly in our church, and that was the one that was close. So I begrudgingly gave it up, but that watch means a lot to me. Steve's watch. Um, and what else have I got? Chaz is sending me this really cool G Shock. What is it?
Oh
I,
yeah, that's
I
good.
don't understand. I don't deserve any of
But
this.
you're sending him a G-Shock, right?
I'm supposed to, but yeah, I don't. I guess
You're
not.
a little low on G-Shocks right now.
Yeah, I've got a white G Shock. I got to get that rainbow G Shock for Chaz. Um, but yeah, it's just very overwhelming in a way, and and it just I know I've said this a lot already. It means a lot. It means a lot. But I also got another watch. So
I was just gonna ask you. You're at the AD. What else went on there?
Yeah, you didn't do a
oh,
wrist check, so
I keep forgetting to do that. I'm actually wearing the Grand Seiko SPGY 003. So didn't
Nice.
get traded in. It survived again.
it survived.
But let's get into chat. See what you guys are saying. Do you guys have any comments about the service? Any thoughts?
I've never had to get a watch service. It'd be interesting when I
You know,
do one
well,
day.
I'm curious because you brought it up because like I know your AD has a old school like master watchmaker essentially.
Yeah.
I had always wondered about this guy here, right? The SPGX 117. Like when the battery eventually needs to be changed, and like if it could be lightly polished or something. Like, do you think they could do it, or should I
Oh
take
yeah.
it into Grand Seiko? Okay.
Oh no, they could do it. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I don't know if they'd be comfortable doing it because it's black polished, like Zeratsu polished. But I think they could do a really good job. I don't think the old master watchmaker is the one who does the finishing though. They have another guy who just
Okay.
does
I mean, it's
finishing.
really more about just changing the battery and making sure it's pressure tested and stuff.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Oh, I would recommend them for anything. They
I assumed as much. But
yeah they have the
Well,
clientele, right? Who's
it's true.
let
who's
me ask you a question. So,
yeah
let's say you brought in a Grand Seiko to be serviced. It's time for the watch you're wearing now to be serviced,
yeah.
and let's say it's scratched up a bunch. You wore it a lot. Would you want them to clean up the polishing on it, or because my thought is like it's not the same Zeratsu polishing that you'd get from Grand Seiko. Is that would you still allow them to do that, or would you just want them to leave that alone?
Well, firstly, I don't know if they would service this guy
Mm.
because it is spring drive.
Spring drive. It's
So
supposed to be sent to Japan, I think. Right.
Well,
yeah,
does like Grand Seiko? I guess they offer it to be polished up, right? I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
Okay.
They do, I think, and they can do it in North America and in New York. I think they have a service center, right, for polishing. I mean,
Oh, okay.
again,
I
spring drive is probably
I think they're
Japan.
starting to do spring drive service in
Okay,
uh in the US. I'm
yeah.
not 100% sure, but I feel like there was news about them starting to do it.
I mean, if
Um,
all the U.S. only releases, you think they would?
yeah, yeah, they had a lot of those. Um, but as for polishing, I'd probably keep the scratches.
Mm,
Um, maybe at like a 10-year mark, I might get it spruced up at Grand Seiko.
okay.
But other than that, this is scratched up, so that's an accurate description. This is not pristine after almost 3 years now. It's it's kind of beat up if you look close. No dings or anything, which is what I care about. If there were dings, that would really hurt.
Hmm.
But only there's a bunch of like surface scratches all over it. So,
So you're keeping that watch for 10 years, then, right? Is what you're saying?
well, I I hope so. Every day's different. Like say tomorrow, I could get like a green dragon. Like it's available. It's there.
Don't tell me that.
Would I? And let's say they give me 20 off, which they won't. But let's say hypothetically they will. Um, would I? And it was like a fear of missing out kind of situation. I had to do it
Mhm.
now. I probably would trade this in to make it happen, and I probably would regret it horribly. But you know what they say: nothing went ventured, nothing gained. Right? Maybe I wouldn't regret it.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah,
that's
it's
a
very
that's a
possible
tough
you
thought.
wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't think I would regret the green dragon.
So,
Uh,
so Torn, if that same AD had a green dragon, would you rush over and beat Sanjay to it then?
I mean, I wouldn't out of respect.
no, no.
But you would pick it up if they had it.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, I haven't directly approached John about that, and I don't know what he would do. Like, a lot of I get the impression they would just straight want to sell it to you, right? Like, I don't know. Like,
They'd prefer to sell it
they
because
prefer to sell it, and like Sanjay's got a trump card with the SPGY 003. Like, I think
Mm,
that's like I don't really know what I could offer them that's similar.
yeah.
So
but I mean, this was a hypothetical situation
yeah, it's
where everything
hypothetical.
kind of fell in place in that specific way. um,
Yeah, I mean, I would like to. I mean, if one was offered to me, I would try and make something happen. But I mean, I'm not high on the list. I know that. Plus, I haven't expressed too much interest.
Mm,
yeah, I'm
Part of
I'm
it's
not
because I'm
ready.
afraid to like. I have a good relationship with your AD as well, Sanjay. But I don't know if we're at the level of like be asked. Can I ask for Moser now? I don't know.
I know I'm not.
Bypass Moser or go straight for Jorn. I'm gonna.
Right. Uh, Gavin S saying, great piece. Walt is the man. Walt is the man. And
Yeah,
I hope
that's for
I'm
sure.
not embarrassing you, Walter. Um, Easy Clayton saying, very cool watch with a good story. It is. It is. I can't wait. Like, I can't wait to tell people about it. Like, I mean, no one's going to ask me about it,
So you
but
said that's an automatic too, right? It's not manual wind.
yeah, it was working well when Walter gave it to me, but I wanted it to work as intended. Like,
Yeah.
so the problem was the automatic winding mechanism.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, so now it's just fully working. I'll throw it on the wrist to show how great a 33 millimeter watch is. Um, the 33 millimeter Dream Team right here. Um, that doesn't look like
Yeah,
33. Yeah, huh.
it's very well proportioned.
Yeah, it's got nice wide bezel. Makes the
Yeah,
dial a bit smaller. Fairly long lugs, and I really enjoy.
yeah. I like the lugs a lot, and the dial is
It's in
beautiful.
such good shape.
Yeah.
Um,
It almost reminds me of what is it? It's like a Longines flagship, like one of those classic
yeah, yeah.
Longines. Yeah,
The
a class.
flagship, I think, has the date on top or something, like
Yes.
12 o'clock. So
Yeah,
kind of strange, but
I really like that watch.
yeah,
It reminds me of it very much.
yeah, yeah. I can see what you're saying. Rick here saying when you keep watches for less than 90 days, you don't need a service. Yeah, good point. um, yeah. So a lot of congratulations here. Thank you, everyone. Um, Neil is saying my AD keeps records on their computer. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they do too. Um, Wei been saying I saw Sanjay's Grand Seiko at the event yesterday. This one here, yeah, it's really special. But I don't know, like the new ones, like Alex just got one. The SBGY 029. Have you guys seen that one? I think it might be better.
Yeah, it has like
Um,
it kind of have like a swirls instead of just the straight lines going in the middle.
yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
I do like that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd like die on a hill saying that's better, but um, I think it's really close to being better, if not better. Let me just share my screen here so we can take a look at that one. Oh wait, no, the 029 was last night's Grand Seiko, wasn't it? I forget the
There's
one.
been a few limited editions recently.
023. There's been so many. Um, there. Okay, that's not it. But this is completely.
I always check
Okay,
the plus
okay,
910
there we go.
Instagram.
So this was last night's one. SBGY 023.
Yeah, there was a recent US edition, right? Is that what
Yeah,
this is?
I'm sure the chat's going wild right now. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so the 023 was last night's one. So to. Sorry, Alex. I thought I knew this. No, that's not the one either.
I think Alex got the SBGY. No. That's not it.
Is this it? That's not it. Okay, I give up. Um,
Oh,
he got an
maybe SBGY 027.
027. Okay. That's the one I didn't try. Yes, there you go. That's it.
Yeah,
Um,
Grand
Oh yeah.
Seiko Europe. Yeah.
oh, so good.
That's pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah. With
Wait,
a
does it have loom on it too?
No, no.
No, was it just okay?
Hold Yeah. Come on. Oh, that's so good. Guys, I think that's better. I think that's better
You
than
like
the 003.
even the gray over the white that you have?
I isn't that white though? Oh, is it
No, that's
gray?
gray.
Oh, okay. Oh, but that would kind of break it for me a bit, actually. I think I prefer white, but that pattern is incredible. Um, Curious to see what Kevin thinks. Because Kevin really likes the 003. Let me check in with the chat here. Rick says, typically when I service a watch, I request they do not polish the case. I enjoy the love marks. Yeah, I can totally see what you mean now. Like being a slightly more mature watch enthusiast. I enjoy the scratches too. Maybe that's the inevitable end of the watch enthusiast. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't got there yet.
Yeah, well, Jeff McMahon hasn't either, right? So he's been in it for much longer than me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Wayman here saying they've done spring drive servicing in the U.S. for a long time. They don't do Zaratsu polishing or service chronographs or the new dual impulse escapement.
Mm.
I see it. I see it. Do it yourself. Not that hard to polish and change the battery. Yeah, just use some Cape Cod.
I have
Uh,
Cape Cod in my drawer, but I don't know.
Do you use it? Have you ever used it on something?
On lesser watches,
Mm,
and I don't have great results. But like, I'm probably not the most dexterous person to try. I got like these big mitts, and I'm trying to like polish like a really thin watch case. So
oh, can you imagine trying to do like the facets, polishing the facets? Crazy.
yeah, Amin did that on one of his Grand Seiko quartz black dial that he doesn't have anymore. He used the Cape Cod, and from what I remember, it worked out really well.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Yeah. Um, Kevin Essing, SBG White 023 was released from last night for the GS9 Club. Um, that is interesting. That the numbering is earlier, but released later. So that means this was thought of before.
Maybe.
Um, Thought the same thing about yeah, my new watch here. Is the SBGY SBGW 287. Burgundy is my favorite color, so
Mm.
this was a no-brainer.
So it was the exact same one that you had the green dial, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I think I don't know if I was 100% on this, but I feel like around the time this was announced was when I got rid of the green one. It was I had it in my mind that I might get the green one back, but I wanted the burgundy one more. But yeah, I'm thrilled with that one as well. So moving on.
Yeah, I
Uh,
love burgundy. I mean, the Ming that I got is a burgundy dial. Laurier just released a burgundy dial watch today. I think it looks really nice too. But yeah,
yeah,
I love that color.
yeah, yeah.
Do you think it's a little much with the strap the same exact color as the dial, or do you think it works well?
Uh, you know, I yes and no. Um, I think in certain lights it's a bit too much. So right now it feels
Mm,
like it's a bit too much. Maybe in this light, but it looks really good too.
mm-hmm.
So maybe if I'm having like a loud moment, um, this I keep it on the red strap. I need to put it on this. I They made the straps ever so slightly longer, but they only made one side longer with the newer models. So I need to make it go on a deployment for me to really enjoy this because this thumbnail bit really sticks out of the side of my wrist, and it really kills it for me. So I need to put it on deployment. But um, yeah, exact same watch as the SBG W285, um, but this one's burgundy. So I don't even know if I can do a review on it. It's just a different color.
Now, knowing that you're most likely going to trade in this watch one day, do you try not to wear out the strap it came in, or do you not care about that?
Oh no, I don't. I
Okay.
don't really think about it that much. I change straps often enough that it's even if I do trade it in fairly later on in life
Mm-hmm.
or fairly later on, like if I have to watch for a year, it's still going to look pretty new
Okay, yeah.
because I swap out
Yeah.
straps
Yeah.
very frequently. Um, Kevin S was always there, telling me to get that one, and I was pretty sure I was gonna get it. So, thank you, Kevin. Says congrats there. Um, of course, beautiful watch. Congrats. Um, Wavin also saying I've taken Cape Cod to my Grand Seiko. I live dangerously. And I don't know if I brought this up, but Kevin has also said he still prefers the SBG Y003, the or OGGS manual wine spring drive, with that case design. Yeah, yeah. That you can't ever beat the first one. That's the thing. But I think that dial pattern with the swirl at the end, I think that might look a little bit better. Um,
I agree.
yeah. Bill K, thank you, sir. Says congrats. Kevin S says Baby Godzilla. That's a
Man, I
that's a
would
good
love to
nickname.
get a Godzilla. That'd be
Oh
so
yeah,
nice.
with the shark skin
The
strap.
strap on that too
So
is so good.
Dan has one, and Wolfie has one. Um,
Yeah.
oh, they're so good. I couldn't back then. It was only like 10K Canadian, right? Um,
Did your AD get one at the time? Like this is back
yeah,
before I even had the relationship you have, right?
yeah. But back then I was like, yeah, that's too much for Grand Seiko. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't
Times have changed.
have. I think it was 10 or 11K Canadian, but it was
Man,
so worth it.
I would be all over that if that came up again. But
Yeah, me too. I mean, it was too big for me, but I have enjoyed it for a month. um, Kevin else also saying I agree with Keith that it's a bit much with the red strap, but Sanji can pull it off. Yeah, I've got a burgundy. I've got a burgundy coat. I've got burgundy shoes. When I wear my dress shoes, they're burgundy. Got burgundy
Wow.
straps galore. Um, burgundy belt. And yeah, very. I'm all burgundy, man. Steve St. Sanjay's kind of out there. He can pull it off. Yeah, I'm pretty eccentric. Um, Kevin S saw Dan's Godzilla last night. I need one of those. Yeah, it's so nice. Steve's asking when was the Godzilla released? I think it was 2019. Pretty sure it was
that sounds
2019
right. That sounds right. Yeah.
because it was with that Lion's Mane. It was that big brand Seiko. Um,
It was a big anniversary thing, right?
yeah. What was that? What was that watch expo that's dead now? Happens
Oh,
in February. Basel World.
yeah, Basil. Basil.
Yeah, they had that. It was big back then. It was one of their bigger showings. So they had their lion's mane case, and it was called like the lion's case or something because it's got all those facets right in the front, and it looks really
Mhm.
wild. Um, and the lion's mane dial was called like the poop flake dial because people thought it looked like poop. Um,
I didn't hear that one.
yeah, it's a good time.
What a time to be alive.
The
Yeah, exactly.
year before the pandemic.
What a time to be a GS fanboy.
Yeah.
Well, I remember Theo Harris doing a video on that, and they had a big event for it wherever that was.
Yeah.
So it kind of sticks in my mind.
Yeah.
I've seen like I can't remember the name, but it's one of those like AliExpress brands. They have a knockoff version of it now, which I was surprised that they invested the time to do.
Yeah.
I
Like
think
it's
I think we saw it. I think someone shared that as well.
oh
Was it
maybe
it was one of those brands.
yeah, it's like
Not
one of those popular
yeah, San Martin. Was it San
steel.
Martin that
It
did it,
could be
right?
San Martin. San Martin's very popular, or like Steel Dive, or
I don't know why I say San Martin. Just went French.
Yeah, makes it sound even more classy.
Yeah. It could have been. Yeah.
Or
Could have.
like Pagani
Heimdallr. Thank you,
design.
Kevin.
Oh, I know.
It was
Yeah,
Heimdallr.
yeah.
Heim- Oh, it was egregious. It was a
I'm just
little.
surprised that they invested in copying that. Like that was pretty. Like I kind of my initial reaction was like that's pretty cool, but at the same time, it's obviously not going to hold up the same way.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just a little. Uh, anyway. Oh, Dib. You're funny. um, yeah. So that Grand Seiko. I know we've already been talking about Grand Seiko, but have you guys had a chance to see the GS9 US limited edition that you can only buy with GS9 Club being a member?
I saw it, but I don't even remember what I saw anymore.
No. Let me bring it up here. SBGY 023, as we now know. Sorry about that. That's the wrong one. So it has. Oh, come on, Google.
Yeah, I don't think there's much information on it. Yeah,
No, not
okay.
a lot. Um, so
That it?
I was talking to Kevin S last night and Dan and Greg. Um, they were saying Joe Kirk helped design this, but so it's got that thin dress series elegance case, uh, which is in the SBGY line, I guess. Um, and that Kirazuri style dial, it's like the washi paper dial, right? I don't think it's I don't know if that's actually Kirazuri. It'd be nice if we saw some more pictures. It might be actually. That looks Karazuri to me.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. Oh, look at that strap too.
That
It's
strap is
nice.
pretty sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like gray. Uh, I like that. I like that shade of gray too. It's nice, but I don't think it's better than the SBGY 003. So I'm okay. I'm not having a crisis right now. What do you guys think of this?
Yeah, it's hard to see what the dial really looks like in these pictures.
Yeah,
Because I have it on a small screen too. But I mean, I think the one we looked at previously, the Europe one, I really like that.
yeah,
This is fine.
this is fine.
I
It
well,
doesn't do
I
it
like
doesn't
I
do
like the
anything for me.
strap they paired with it, and I like
Yeah,
the size of the crown. It's pretty nice,
yeah.
and the
Whoa,
indices are more elongated.
Dib, saying wish the minute track wasn't there. Man, I would cry. I mean, I understand, but I like minute tracks.
Does Grand Seiko? I mean, they almost always have minute tracks, right? Do they?
Yeah, I don't,
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't,
pretty sure they all do.
yeah, I don't think there is one without a minute track. Um, where'd my watch go? Oh, I'm wearing it. This one doesn't have a minute track. Um, so I had to wait 5 minutes to set the time,
Yeah.
which is fine. I, yeah, but I would choose a minute track. I
Great.
know I know it's super, super petty of me. Okay, the minute track on the 003 is better integrated. Is it? Oh, I see. I see what you're saying because of the radial pattern, maybe. Um, let's take a look at this thing again. Okay, okay. I kind of understand. I still take it. I like the minute track. Sorry.
That's people's issue with the Grand Seiko Winter is the minute track's on like a rehot,
Yes.
and it looks a little cheap compared to the rest of the watch.
Yeah.
But if it's right on the dial, I mean,
Sanjay said the same thing about the white birch, but like you don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that was one of the things. Like I hadn't actually noticed that until Uptick mentioned it about the white birch, right?
Mm.
And he mentioned that about the winter as well. Maybe the winter, I don't know. But Uptick Watch Reviews, he had mentioned that about the white birch, and that just it was like glass shattering. You know that moment where you're like, oh no. Um,
yeah.
um, So, yeah, it does make it look a little cheap, especially when they know how to print it onto the dial. Like, even if there's a textured dial, they're fully capable
Hmm.
of printing it on. Um, and I think printed on Minitrack looks way better than a chapter ring with a Minitrack on it, especially when you have this
Yeah, with a
exquisite
texture
dial.
yeah.
Yeah, like with the white brush. I mean, it's such a small thing. It would not a deal breaker, but I agree. Um, Printed is better than chaptering. Waben here saying I tried on the new Grand Seiko. They had a preview event at the boutique a week before the big event. Okay. They had it behind glass in a bank vault. Oh, wow.
Hmm.
I guess it was super secret back then. Nothing. I love gray dials, so this is right up my alley. I don't want that strap for another watch. I want that strap too. It would replace my goat stank. Um, yeah, looks good. It's the Omi Watari with the gray cursory dial. Yeah. Um, let's see. Uh, Scott Tarlow says I want a Grand Seiko Tourbillon strap. The the Kodo strap. Hmm. I've never actually looked at the strap on the Kodo. Let's take a look at it there.
It is nice from my recollection.
Constant Forest Tourbillon. Shit. Oh, I see. That's pretty cool. That's got to be shark skin, right? That's got to be the Godzilla strap.
It's nicely textured. I'm not sure what it's made of, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin's saying Godzilla strap in black.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That looks good. That looks really good. Um, do you think shark skin is waterproof?
I would hope so,
well,
but I doubt it.
Yeah. No, it would be waterproof. Be interesting to see what it's lined with. Like if it's lined with calfskin, that's gonna be the
right, because
problem,
I
right?
don't think it's going to be shark skin on the underside.
Yeah, that would be really rough, and I mean, yeah, kind of rough maybe. But there are other smooth, like alligator. I think would be perfect under as a lining. It would be expensive, but if you have it on the up and the bottom, upper and the lining, I think it would be very waterproof, especially if you don't use glue and you stitch everything together. Leather, alligator leather um, watch strap would be a great sports strap, wouldn't it? I'm going super theoretical here, but I'm pretty sure it would be.
You got to go the bespoke route, like everyone else.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and test it out, throw it in
yeah.
water. Yeah, I don't know if I'd do that. Um,
How's that beaver tail strap holding up?
oh, it wasn't mine. That was Clayton's.
Oh, it's Clayton's, right?
Yeah, he sold it.
For his what?
Oh wait, we didn't talk about it here. I thought we talked
Well,
about it here.
I didn't recall hearing about that, but okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no
Um,
problem.
well, sorry, Clayton. We'll discuss it the next time you're on. Um, so Dib would take Domo Atari over the new release. I I I don't know. I'm not settled on that yet. Um, Under Two Watch Collector saying Uptick is a great channel. It really is a great channel. Um, yeah, real watch enthusiast there. Um, we already saw that Kodo strap. Maybe it's lizard. I don't think it's lizard. Lizard is way more bumpy, I think. Um, Alligator strap lined with rubber. Yeah, John JR is John Rousseau, right? Um, the, Zenith does that too. I don't know if they get their straps from JR, but Zenith has alligator lined with rubber for their El Primero A384. Um,
Yeah, cool.
yeah. Um, Yes. Aren't alligators waterproof? Yeah, they totally are.
Only down to 30 meters.
I mean, you don't know, right?
Yeah.
We'd have to they have to put an alligator in a pressure chamber. See if it's waterproof. Or yeah, get to put some anhydrous copper sulfate tablets inside the alligator, see if it triggers any water. Water intrusion. Alligators swallow a lot of water. I'm gonna stop. I'm yeah. I'm gonna have some tea. Like our good friend the governor. Uh, yeah. Do you guys have any watches you'd like to talk about? New watches that may have come out this week. I'm kind of living. I'm still kind of living
I'm in
under
a
a rock.
bubble. Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah. I'm like literally living under layers of concrete, so I don't have YouTube or internet um in my detailing bay. uh
Just a man alone
Raphael.
with his thoughts, you know?
Well, I've downloaded a bunch of YouTube videos. So
Oh,
now
okay.
I don't know if that's a premium thing, YouTube Premium,
Yeah, it
but
is. I think
okay.
so.
So you can download in advance, but I have to think to download it. Like
Mm.
I'll catch like Bobby Legs' Tuesday night or Friday night live stream, but I have to remember to download it, or I have to take a break, go outside, download it, and come
Did
back
you
in.
just get you premium recently? I don't think you used to always have that, right?
No, I've had premium for
Oh,
about
okay.
a year and a half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, only because you recommended it.
Oh, yeah, it's a
Um,
game changer,
it is.
yeah.
It is. Some of those ads are pretty bad too. Like especially when you're watching kid stuff.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So premium is really nice. So now I don't see those ads. I mean, that's kind of you
Premium's
know
nice for the music service too. I don't know if you use that.
Mm.
I don't really use that.
I still pay for Spotify and use theirs.
Yeah.
So,
Um, Raphael was asking about the SPGY 009. That's that's the one Wilson has, Alex has, and um, Wolfie. I like it. Um, I probably wouldn't buy it. It has that beautiful radial pattern. I think is a little um, what do you call muted because it's been lacquered on top, right? So it's got the same pattern that's on here, and on here it's really sharply defined. The camera's kind of not picking it up as well as it could, but it's a little less defined on the 009. I think it's super picky, but because I have this, I don't think I'd go with that. It's a wonderful watch. It's the best way to enjoy that 44 GS style case because it's thinner. So you could go with the 9 of quartz. You could go with the super expensive um, SLGH or SLGA versions, which are super thin as well. Or you could go with the SPGY 009. Um, Excellent ways to enjoy that 44 GS style case. And uh, I think if you're interested, you should go for it. But for me, because this thing spoiled me, I can't do it. Yeah. Have you guys had any thoughts about the Wolf Fixin?
Mm.
Any? Because we got to see it, right, Torn, when we were out there at one point.
Yeah, I think we might have, but I don't recall being that blown away by it, to be honest.
Yeah, Pat has this too. I should mention Pat from Pocket Watch
Right.
Fan.
Yeah, I remember seeing Patrick do his unboxing or review of it,
Yeah,
and for him, it made a lot of sense. Like it had everything he wanted with the 44 GS case, and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's a good looking. It's a really good looking watch.
mhm.
It's incredible. And I mean, Wolfie bought it, and Wilson bought it. So
I think
it's
at the time because I had the Sea of Clouds, and to me it was like kind of similar. I mean, it's not, but the
yeah,
44 GS case and the profile and everything.
yeah. Scott asking a great question here. Brand Seiko dials made by hand or pressed. They are almost always pressed. They're stamped, but very, very high quality stamping. Like, um, I think the white birch has 29 steps, so really crazy amount of stamping processes. They're not like the 29 steps is not all stamping, but a good chunk of it is stamping. And I would assume this is this is a lot of stamping as well. There's no way it's been done on a lathe, rose lathe or Kyosho machine. Oh, dude, ruined it by mentioning Pocket Watch Fat. I'm losing my voice really rapidly. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's getting hard to talk. I don't know what's going on. Um, there's another new Grand Seiko release with a white silver dial with the same 44 GS case and manual and spring drive, not yet on the website. Oh, interesting. That would be cool to see.
Oh, wait. He's saying he thinks it's SBGY or SBGOI 011.
SPGY 011. I feel like I heard of that one though. Let's pull it up.
Trying to find it.
Because there were some really limited versions. Yeah, this would be one of those, right? It's like Thailand only. I don't know if this is that one,
Oh,
but Asa Borake.
This is standard addition to the lineup. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. That's, I mean, really nice as well. I take the 009 over this. But did not know that existed. Thanks, Kevin. Waven saying almost bought the SPGY 009, had it on the wrist. Peacock on the other, opted for the Peacock. Ooh,
That's a tough one.
that's a tough one. Yeah, the Peacock is so thick. I don't know. Well, I'm glad
I
you
was
picked one of
offered a
them.
peacock for my at the time I had the Lake Sua still.
Yeah,
I didn't go for it. Like you
because
said,
of
it's a little thick.
yeah. I saw another question here. Did I miss it? I think it was Steve asking about the Grand Seiko. Oh, there it is. Opinion on Grand Seiko Summer. I did a review on it. If that's the summer you're thinking of, Grand Seiko has multiple summers now. So Seasons Edition Summer. Okay, SBGH 271. It's a nice watch. 62 GS case. Spring drive movement. It's very different because it's steel instead of titanium. They've actually finished it quite different to the winter and the spring. So the top is polished on the summer, and it's way more flashy than the other watches. So it's nice, but it's yeah, I guess it's suitable, right, for summer. Very flashy, very bright. Yeah, I really enjoyed it when I owned it for a short while that I did. Summer is high beat. Kevin asking, isn't the summer high beat? It is. Did I say spring drive? I'm sorry.
It can't be spring drive. It's summer.
Right. Oh, I see what they did. Because the spring was in spring drive. Oh, wow. There you go. Well, we should stop talking about Grand Seiko because we've been talking about Grand Seiko forever. Do you guys have any alternative brands that you would like to chat about? Keith, our resident independent brand, micro brand expert.
I feel like I have a lot of interest in fears right now, but
Yeah?
that happens where I just get like really interested in a certain watch or a certain brand and then kind of move on to something else. But I've enjoyed just listening to interviews with the Fears founder and
Yeah.
he does live streams on Instagram that are interesting.
Yeah. He seems like a really great guy.
Yeah, he does.
Nicholas Bowman Scargill. I think is his name.
I know his name is Nicholas. I don't know the
Nicholas
rest.
Thomas Cargill. I yeah. He like during the pandemic he worked like the night shift, so that he could continue to keep paying his
Yeah,
employees,
yeah.
right? Um, it was that was one of I mean I haven't heard that in a while. I don't know if uh, of what I'm saying is incorrect, but that was really noble. You know, of,
Yeah, that was one of the few brands I've never seen in person I really liked. They were at the New York windup, but not the Chicago windup.
oh, okay.
But I
So
really
which
like the salmon / copper dial.
Brunswick?
Um, yeah, the Brunswick 38 millimeter. And that's a Dib saying that I fell in love with the dulcet tones of Nicholas. He has a nice voice to listen to, I must say.
Yeah.
I really like the hour markers.
Oh, would
They
you
do
look
a
at
really
that
good job
for?
with those, but really just like the overall color that they use for salmon, which is, I think it's copper and rose gold.
Yeah,
It just looks great. Maybe one day we'll see.
that is an excellent four as well, though. Look at that four, man. That is good.
Yeah,
That
I
is a
think the
good four.
font's unique to them. I think they come up with the font. I mean, a lot of the numbers look like regular numbers, but but yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully they're in Chicago show next year. This is a staple watch for them. Like they're planning on carrying it for a long time, so it's not like something I would need to rush on.
right.
Um,
I remember hearing about Fears. The first time I heard about Fears was on Armand the Watch Guy's channel, Watch
okay.
Chronicler. Way back when he was still called Armand the Watch Guy, and he was interviewing Nicholas Bowman Scargill. And I remember thinking I could never own a watch that says Fears. I was like, what was he thinking? Why would he call it Fears? Like, why not Hope and Dreams or, you know? I realized after it was his family's name, the Fears family. So it makes sense, more sense now, and I'd be happy to own a Fears as well. But yeah, that was my earliest recollection of Fears. Thinking, yeah, why would someone name their brand Fears? Like what's next? Terror and horrors.
so
But
so do you have a watch brand that you've never seen in person? Like never, not even one watch from them that you're interested in seeing?
um, San Martin, San Martin,
San Martin. Yeah.
but that doesn't count, right? Oh, sorry. Your question is, do I have a watch brand that I'm not interested in
No,
seeing
that you're
anywhere?
interested in seeing in person, but you never have.
Oh, I see. Okay. Um, Fairer. Fairer would be
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Yeah. Fair's up there.
I'd like to see Fairer.
I really like the new cushion case. It kind of reminds me of a Fears watch, the new Fair cushion case watch.
Okay.
And the Knights Watch YouTube channel did a review of one of them, and it looks really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fair, I thought was really impressive when I saw them at Windup.
Yeah.
I also hear a lot of good things about Oak and Oscar, but I've never
Mm.
handled their watches.
Yeah, I like them as well. I just feel like the price is a little high, but
It
that's
is
just,
like steeper for what you're getting by the looks of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oak and
they have
Oscar. I can't
a
say I've heard
very
of.
unique look to their watches. It really works for them.
What's Oak and Oscar? You mean?
Yeah, Oak and Oscar.
Look here.
Yeah, they had like a GMT. I think Watch Crunch Max did one for their GMT or something. It looked really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like their font as well.
Yeah, because it's like, is it a sandwich dial?
That
Yeah,
has to
that's a
be a
sandwich
sandwich
style.
style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like the second sand. It's pretty cool.
Whoa,
When I
that's
was at Windup, they had like a limited edition not bronze, brass watch. It had a brass bezel and just a brass fixed bezel, and then a brass looking dial. And that's not something you really see in watches much that I
yeah.
can recall. Brass.
So it's just open brass, just plain brass.
Yeah, on the bezel. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
And
Because
it says like it never says the dial is brass, but I think it's made to look like that.
Well,
That's
most
pretty unique.
dials are brass, like generally speaking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
less,
And then
less.
it's just stamped or like lacquered or whatever, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, that's not a typical watch of theirs is the one we're looking at now. But yeah, it's
yeah,
very unique. I really like the orange seconds hand. It really pops. It really works for them.
yeah.
Chicago represent,
Okay, they're from Chicago.
Oh,
Okay,
they're
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
huh.
Yeah, Oak because he's
the
into whiskey,
barrels,
and
right? Yeah.
Oscar after his dog, I believe. So they donate a portion of their proceeds to a rescue that's in Chicago.
Okay. Huh. There's some comments here checking in. Curtis asking about the Nevada Grenchen Antarctic 369. That's I've heard the brand a couple of times now.
Well, I think they
Um,
recently we were revitalized, right?
yeah, I have a
I think they
feeling.
actually reached out to me. I'm pretty sure they actually like reached out to me if I wanted to review something. At the time, I'm like, "Who are you guys?"
That you declined.
Yeah, I declined at the time.
Yeah. I get the occasional company asking me if I'd like to collaborate. I resorted to saying no most of the time now, or all of the time. um, but it's pretty nice. That looks vintage though. Is that the right one that I'm looking at? And Antarctic.
That looks like a
Uh,
369. It's like
it's a
a
super
vintage explorer.
super Antarctic. Um, yeah, I mean it's a nice explorer style watch. I'm not. Yeah, so that's the one. I'm not really blown away by it. Um, yeah, I don't really know anything about it though, so I'd have to look it up. Thanks for sharing that, Curtis. We'll have to see what it's like. Uh, Definitely saying solid 4 there on that. Fierce. Wonderful 4. Scott saying Fierce is such a good brand name. Well, yeah, knowing the history, it is. But at first glance, I don't know. Murder Watch Go. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Watches. Yeah, that's another good one. Yeah. Um. Okay. Curtis saying it was released a couple of days ago, black or brown. That's an interesting amount of patina that they had on there, right? Because
Yep.
I genuinely thought that was a vintage watch because there's like different shades of patina. Like the 12 is darker because this looks real, like as opposed to an Omega Railmaster.
Hmm.
Everything's the same color and it doesn't looks like a color choice rather than actual patina. This looks like actual patina, which is impressive if you like that kind of thing. Let me just pull up the Railmaster just to compare it before we call it a night. Okay. Oh, yeah. All the same color. Just looks like a palette swap from white. Um, anyway. And I think they're taking Fotina to a new level on that one. They are. It's interesting. Um, says looks very similar to Omega Railmaster 57. Ah, yes. Um, that's a good point as well. Fashionista say Pooptina. Poopina? Clubber Pity You Foo. Hey man, nice to meet you. Are you a fan of any vintage Grand Seiko? Um, I am. I appreciate them, but I'm probably not a customer. Um, I don't know a whole lot about them. I know that some of them are crazy, crazily priced. Like the very fine adjustment ones, um, are crazy prices. I had a friend who had a few vintage Grand Seikos, and he was selling them and I just couldn't bring myself to buy one. Too scared of vintage, man. Um, so yeah. Well, guys, it's a good place to call it a night as my voice gives up the ghost. Torin, do you have anything that you'd like to plug this week?
Just putting some stuff together on the channel, but nothing yet.
Yeah. How about you, Keith?
Nothing.
Torin, you released a video last week. It was on your Chronomaster Sport. Was that last
Yes,
week?
yeah,
Okay.
the Zenith. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I forgot to ask you at the end of the stream. Um, I have filmed the review on the Aurus Aquas New York Harbor Limited Edition.
Oh no. Did, did you
So,
already flip it?
yeah, that was the one that I left
No.
when I got there.
Man.
So hey, Torin, if you want it, you know where it is.
Yeah, okay. I should make some calls actually.
Yeah. I consolidated heavily. So yeah, I Tutor Royale is gone again. That was
So you're
attached.
basically back to Grand Seiko
Yeah,
only. Yeah.
yeah. I wore the Tutor Royale like 3 times. I didn't. I really like that watch.
It looks
Um,
good on you.
yeah, thank you. But yeah, Grand Seiko is more me, and I kept it budget neutral, as Amin would say. You know, so Tutor Royale went, um, Oris went, and one more that I'm forgetting. One more went.
The green Grand Seiko?
No, that one was already
Oh,
gone.
oh,
What was it? Oh, King Seiko. King Seiko went.
got it.
The King Seiko SBB 285.
Which you already reviewed too, so
Yes, yeah, yeah. It was budget neutral. It was nice. Still, that means I'm still saving up for the Planet Ocean. I'm on track for buying back the 39.5 millimeter Planet Ocean. But yeah. Anyway, guys, have a great week. Remember, you are infinitely valuable. And you're very precious. Don't forget that. I'll talk to you guys next week. I'm sorry if it was a little boring. My voice is not as enthusiastic as normal. But take care, guys.
yeah.
Good night.